Baideme, speech class 1110, section WB. My eyes were blurry, tunnel vision began to set in. I felt as if my eyes were bursting from their sockets. My brain felt like it was going to implode inside of my skull. And in less than 3 seconds, I realized that life was leaving my body. I looked down and saw the arm around my neck and realized that I was the victim of a rear naked choke. This is how I felt the first time somebody applied the rear naked choke, and this is how I felt the 100th time somebody applied it to me. It just feels that good. It brings new meaning to the phrase, "It's better to give than to receive." It's hard to believe that in less than 3 seconds your brain could go unconscious and you could find yourself waking up with brain damage or possibly not waking up at all. But if somebody who's untrained is applying the rear naked choke to you, this could happen to you. The rear naked choke originated from the ancient Japanese martial arts that the name is Jiu-Jitsu. The Japanese samurai warriors developed this for their hand-to-hand combat. Over the years, there's been many variations of Jiu-Jitsu as well as many variations of the technique. One of the most popular variations today is called mixed martial arts, and we see that in the popular UFC and the Ultimate Fighter show. With the growing popularity of that sport, more and more people are being exposed to the technique without the proper training or supervision. So it's important to know exactly how the choke works and some ways to get out of it. The effectiveness of the rear naked choke comes from the way that it's applied. Your opponent will put their arm around your neck and they will start applying pressure to the two main arteries that go up the side of your neck, shutting off blood and oxygen supply to your brain. In less than 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, your brain will go unconscious, and if the choke is not released, in approximately 5 to 10 seconds, your brain will start taking damage and eventually will cause death. The carotid arteries are important to yourself. Okay, so if you find yourself in the rear naked choke, there are 3 things that you need to remember. One is to remain calm. The more excited you get, the more blood will pump into your brain, and the faster you will become unconscious. The second thing is the phrase 2 on 1. That refers to 2 of your hands on 1 of theirs. I'll demonstrate this for you now. Is there anybody in the audience that is familiar with the rear naked choke? Yes, sir, please. Step on up.
Keep it. Keep it.
You know what you're doing?
I do.
Thank you. Now, if you would be so kind as to get on my rear and apply the naked choke to me. Now, some of you may be wondering, is it necessary to be naked while applying this choke? The answer is no. The nakedness comes from the fact that you're not using any clothes to actually choke your victim. You're only using your arms. All right, sir, go ahead. So the first thing is remain calm. The second thing is 2 of your hands on 1 of theirs. You need to immediately grab their arm and start creating space. This is so that your carotid arteries can actually keep supplying blood to your brain. So remain calm, 2 hands on 1, like this. The third thing you need to do is use the 2 arms as leverage and roll towards your opponent and face your opponent like so. So, let's just review. Go ahead, sir. Naked choke, remain calm, 2 hands on 1, and roll towards your opponent, relieving pressure on your carotid arteries. That is the most important thing. And last, but not least, you need to remember that even if you are not naked, somebody can still apply the rear naked choke to you, and you could find yourself dead. Thank you.
Yes. Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Does it benefit you to put your chin down, getting out of the rear naked, to put your chin down?
Yes, it does.
Could you show
And
us?
we will go full speed on the rear naked choke. If you would be so kind, sir. And grab and face your opponent.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good
Any
job.
more questions?
No. Does he always dress like that?
I never
Special.
actually did the full naked choke. I only had one arm. We can edit that.
Yeah.
I only had like